Hello and welcome to my Loop Hero playthrough. I will start by saying that I have absolutely played this game at least, I don't know, 60 plus hours, you'll see in a second. And I feel like I'm pretty well versed in the game, although it has been about 8 months since I've played, other than to just do some testing here to get volumes correct. Hopefully everything can be heard properly. I will go into my options menu so you can see where I'm at on options. Here's my customization. You can pick your hero color, you can pick your cursor type. Here's just some basic stuff here, and then I have it automatically pause at the end of the loop, but I don't do it after each battle. A couple of other things you can see here. The game is in, I think you guys can see it, but I have an overlay that I think it's version 1.105, I believe. And you can see that down here. So that's the current version we're in. And we will go ahead. I'm going to start a brand new game, and I'm going to be showing all cutscenes as well, and we're just going to progress as we normally would. It's going to be rather slow at the beginning, but I hope that it will pick up as we move forward with the campaign. So why don't we jump in and get started. I actually really enjoy this game, and it's quite fun. Before we get started, I will say this: the rogue is by far my favorite character class. We'll obviously be forced to use the warrior for a while at the beginning. And then the Necro is a really cool class as well, but it's just nowhere close to being as powerful as the Rogue can be, especially mid and late game. So I will primarily be focusing on the Rogue, but I may throw in some Necromancer runs just for fun as well, just to kind of keep it lively. So let's go ahead and do this. Yeah, you can see I have over 80 hours in this game currently, but we're going to start a brand new run here, and we're going to get started. We're not going to skip any tutorials or anything. Actually, the tutorial isn't really needed, but no, we'll just do it all, just so that you can get the hang of it, depending on whether you've played this or not. So let's get started now. So you can see my little guy. You can see that the track is highlighted. Now I have this on a high speed up here. So it's 4x speed and 2x like fighting. 4x walk, 2x fighting, or maybe it's 2x walk and 2.5x walk, 4x fighting. I'm not really sure, but so I will be pausing to equip my warrior, but the rogue works a little different when we get to that. It's going to force me to place this. Okay. So this speed will actually enable us to go a bit quicker. Okay, so you'll notice if you use this to escape, you bring all your stuff back. If not, you lose stuff. So let's go ahead and retreat, and we'll jump into the actual game. I wish I had more options of where I could place stuff, but it doesn't look like I can do that. Okay, the only option we have is this, and we have nothing else we can even do. So a big part of this game is obviously collecting resources so we can build the camp up, and once we get that to a certain point, we can do runs quicker. But that is definitely going to take some time to get to. I want to point out that I'm actually going to attempt to kill the first boss on the first run right here. It is an achievement, like just in time for lunch, I think is what it's called. I've already achieved it on the Steam edition, which is what I'm playing on currently. But we will attempt to get that done. It's very unlikely. It's pretty challenging, and it took me probably about 6 runs the first time to get it done. But okay, now we can just go ahead and we can just play. So when I get stuff, I'll just take a second, I'll pause it, I'll equip it, and we'll be good to go. So I want to set up a couple of spots. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay. And as I mentioned, I am a bit rusty, but having this speed at which we currently have is going to be really, really helpful. Okay. Same exact thing. Alright. I'm going to intentionally stall certain things though, because I actually don't want certain stuff to spawn. And I'm going to save things. When you place things on the ground, I should probably explain some of this stuff. So, when you place things on the ground, the boss or the map completion bar will go up. This is the day cycle, and when you have certain things on the map, like a meadow, you'll get HP given back to you at the end of each day. Plus, when you cross the campfire, as you can see there, it says heals 20% HP. So you're basically building to try to survive as long as you can. This particular thing kind of reduces spawns in the area, but what we're using it for ideally is a blocker. We do need some things to spawn, and we will put what I of course know what's coming for the boss, so I'm placing things strategically. The first boss you fight puts out a bunch of beacons that makes it more powerful, and the only way to win that is essentially to make it so his things can't spawn, and it spawns 2 tiles. It's at least 1, if not 2 tiles away from the campfire. So we want to make sure that we're good there. If you're new to the game, you may not have any idea what I'm talking about, but as we move forward, you'll see. This is the only reason why I would be slowing spawns down, just to be clear, is because I'm weak right now. And I know what's coming, so I'm going to try to prepare for that. Oh, I actually already messed up my rock placement. Did not realize that, but that's okay. Yeah, I already royally messed that up. That's alright, though. We don't have to beat the first boss. I really don't expect to beat the first boss here, to be quite honest. It would be neat if I could, but very unlikely. Well, I don't even have a weapon, so that's great. Okay. 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 I think I'll take... So, if you're trying to actually fight the boss, you want regen and vampirism as high as you can possibly get it. Vampire mansions are obviously amazing, but in the point where we're at with the game, probably a bit scary. We don't have any vampirism, so if we don't actually get some actual vampirism here, we don't stand a chance. So the second I make this a 9, so 3 by 3 or 9 of those, we'll get a pretty tough enemy that will start spawning. Okay, that just got harder. Evasion's also good. I don't know, 10% evasion at this point. I think I'm going to take that. Okay, that's something we definitely want. We don't want it that... If you put this beside a rock, you get double the stats. So you definitely want to do that if you can. I should have really put this off one to the right more so I could have gone around with meadows, but I definitely messed that up. That's okay though. So 7, 7, and 8. Okay, so we're good there. What was this? Another evasion, so we can't really do anything with that. See, we're already kind of low on health. So here, there's actually kind of an easy, unless they've patched this or something, there's an easy way to do this where if you leave this top row open, I could have put this down one and then these would have counted for this one, but I forgot about that too, because as I mentioned before, it's been a little bit since I've played. I don't want to lose some of these, so we're... Now, this is probably not going to be a boss winning run here, so... Oh, actually, you know what? Let's get rid of that for sure. I don't want to have to deal with that. Which we're going to have to deal with. They're brutal. Alright, well that was our introduction to the goblins. I think what I'm going to do, since I have so many rocks, is I'm just going to go ahead and complete this. I'm going to wait until I get around this loop before I do it, though. Oh, this is 8 to 12. Oh, this has the vampirism on it. Ugh, I hate to get rid of that, but it's so much more damage. Yeah, let's go ahead and take it. You can also lock items by right-clicking on them, which is kind of nice. Oh, that is way more health, so we'll take that for sure. Okay. Now we're gonna have 2 chests spawn, which is should give us a much better items, or a much better item. Okay. Pure damage versus evasion. You know what? I think right now we've actually got an evasion ring, so we'll keep that. I'm gonna go ahead and use a rock to hit that. Now that's gonna spawn a new enemy, but as you can see, we got really high-end stuff. Okay, I think I'm gonna get rid of this, and we're gonna use this instead. That was actually really good. Okay, got another mountain, and what we'll do is we'll connect these in a minute. And if I can remember my trick again, assuming we get to this point, I'm going to put this here even though it's a complete waste. But all we're trying to do is block the space, really. I'd like to hold on to the meadows, and I could be placing grows down on the road, and I could be placing cemeteries on the road. Vampire mansions would go on the outside, and then they would spawn a vampire, and then he would make, you know, other enemies hit a bit harder and leech damage, but I don't really want to make my loop that hard just yet. We'll get there. Oh yes, let's see what we got here. 250, 311. Damage to all. Oh yeah, we're definitely gonna take. So that is a massive upgrade. So having these out is just huge. Our only chance would be. See, now I kind of like having the evasion. So this game is all about comparing what you have and what you want to give up. We're gonna go ahead and put these down because I really don't want to lose these. Okay. If this gets too big, too many cards down at the bottom, they will disappear. Well, this came in locked. That's interesting. That is definitely better. That is way better than our current weapon. So this is the level of difficulty. Like that's the loop level, and then the color of it is like the tiered. We'll put that down there. We'll put some more spiders up here. That's going to make this a bit worrisome, but I think it can only go 2 up and then 2 out. So it's like this space and then down to this space. He'll spawn a bunch of towers around him. I'm still going to attempt to try to beat him. And if we pull that off, that would be amazing. I mean, the likelihood of that happening is pretty low, but it is possible. Okay, do we go ahead and... So I need a rock to put here, which will then spawn a gargoyle. We have a pretty hefty weapon. At some point, I'm just going to have to go all in. Let's see what we got here. Another spider. Okay. We'll just put a spider here for now. I mean, it doesn't really matter. Let's just go ahead and do this and make the mountain. Okay, and then we can use this to get rid of the goblin that spawns, which is nice. Now we need to connect these. So we should be good for a little bit. Pure damage. Nice. Okay, so we could potentially leave right now. Here are all my stats. Just take another quick look at these. I think we're good for now. We're going to keep going. Yeah, the ritual sword is still better than the gladius. Okay, a massive upgrade on the shield. Like that's absolutely massive. Vampirism and evasion. That could potentially, yeah, that's huge. It's all about the drop you get. This could make or break. Oh wow. 14 to 20 plus 2 more pure damage. Think of pure damage as just adding a base. So instead of the ritual sword being 10 to 16, it's like 17 to 24. This one is like a 16 to 22. Gives defense and a 13% evasion, which is why I would consider that. The vampirism could potentially be something as well. I'm going to use this specifically for the evasion boost, which that could, just by having 36% evasion, that could be enough to just not get hit by the boss. As you can see, I just got missed twice. Evasion build is pretty strong, and that is defense. I get a little bit more evasion plus counter, but I don't have the regen. I think I'll hold. And we will be, hopefully, being able to pop this soon. Now, I could put the vampire mansions down. And also, something to note, the higher you go up in loop, the harder the boss gets. So, the quicker you can spawn the boss, the better. I want the evasion. Okay, here's the gargoyle. This will be our introduction. Or not. So that's higher defense plus counter, but see, I like the evasion and the vampirism, so I'm going to keep... Oh, here we go. Oh, that was the gargoyle from this thing down here, and this is the harpy. Okay. So this is the trick I was saying before. When you actually hit these treasuries and like essentially complete it, it gives you a bunch of stuff, as you can see down on the bottom right there. If I were to get another treasury right now, you'd need these 3 spaces here to fill this one out, and it will, if I don't put something there, it'll let me, instead of going here, it'll let me go right there. But if I put something here, it'll make me go 2 spaces out. So if you really want to get the best bang for your buck, that's how you want to do it. So that's a little bit higher. Actually, it's not, because of the pure damage. Well, a little bit higher, yeah, but not much. Not enough to matter. Okay. We'll put that down. We don't really need it, though, to be quite honest. Okay, we need to be trying to push for... I think I'm going to put a vampire mansion down. And hope that gargoyles... If like a... This like, there's a gargoyle and then there's a harpy. If they get in with this, it could be death. I need to be able to put down enough things to... Yeah, the evasion is quite good. This beacon. If I do that, I could potentially have... This could kill me, but you know what? We're gonna live a little. Okay, well, I still feel like we're doing okay. Those evades are just insane. Now, yes, that's a lot of health, but I don't want to lose my attack speed or evasion. Oh. Okay, so a couple of things to process here. First thing is we definitely want that. We'll put the rock out. Okay, now let's look at the drops. Vampirism 9%. We lose the evasion, but we get some other stuff. Alright, sorry about that. So this shield, the vampirism's higher, the defense is definitely higher. Attack speed's the same, but I lose some evasion for passive regen. This, on the other hand, defense, damage to all, I lose attack speed and regen, but gain 10% vampirism. Where are we at on vampirism? We only have 8 currently. So that could be really good as well. But we lose more evasion, and I think right now 36% evasion might be better to keep. It might not be, but if I replace both of these, I will have a lot more vampirism, or at least a little bit more vampirism, but I'll lose so much evasion, so we're gonna hold. Wow. Again, if I replace that piece, we lose vampirism, but we gain a ton of vampirism. It's possible that that could work. Let's just see how we do for now. Those evades are just, yeah, they're just so good. I don't know that I want that with spiders. Okay, we'll just leave it at that for now. I think I'm going to go ahead and finish this at some point here. Okay, there it is right there. See? So, these 3 tiles right there, when we finish, will now, if I put it right here, it will count for this one up here, whereas you see how these 2 are 2 apart. So that's a trick. Now we can safely do this and be good to go. Now, these only count as 1. These are blooming meadows, so those are much better. Those are only 1 HP more, but we don't really have a choice right now, so. Oh, this is going to be a rough one. Look at all the evades. We're still getting hurt, though. I mean, it's not like we're not getting hurt here. 18 to 26, but so much evasion on that blade. Okay, so we just got another, hopefully, upgrade. Evasion 8%, counter, defense, and attack. So we lose regen for 1 more evasion. That's not worth it. None of those are worth it, really. Now, I could be using the rocks over here as well. And maybe I should be doing that now. Because we're probably not gonna last too many more loops here. We have very little vampirism. Maybe it would be a better idea. .25 defense. Wow, that's a lot. You can't lock everything, but very interesting predicament we're in here. I feel like we're not doing a whole lot of damage anymore. The other thing is you don't even have to fight the boss. You could just leave for your first run, which if I die, I have no way of getting my stuff back. So, you know, that might actually be the better option, quite honestly. Something to at least consider. You'll notice he hits really hard. 7. Wow. That is a huge jump in health. We've got 1, 2, 3, 4 cemeteries and 3 groves to place. And what I'm trying to consider is how much of this can I place so that I can trigger the boss. It won't be on this loop, probably. Okay, this is the vampire introduction. And that's so you have an idea of what happens here. Okay, so that being said, it is interesting to note. Oh, that's not a bad trade-off. 18 to 28, pure damage 4. We lose a little bit of defense, but we gain so much more. The damage is higher, the evasion drops by 2. I think that's a worthy swap, honestly. Our base power just goes up by a lot right there, so it's probably worth doing. Okay. Dang it, I should have saved that for this. So right now is the time where I could probably leave safely. Oh, never mind, I let go of the button too quick, so that's definitely gone now. Put that over there so it hits a lot of stuff. I don't know if we have enough stuff. If I put the groves and the cemeteries, all of those down, and then we have to do another loop, we could essentially lose right there. Where's my health? 901 of 934, and we just got healed. Let's see what kind of gear we get here. Oh, that's even higher damage, but no evasion. No evasion on that, but that is definitely better than what we currently have. 15% evasion versus, yeah, that's still better. You can get ghosts there as well, as you could probably have just told or seen. 12% evasion. Wow. Okay. And 10% evasion, 12% vampirism. That's got to be best in slot. Yeah. I'd say that easily trumps that. Okay, let's go ahead and put that on. Let's turn that off because we don't need that now. Yeah, I mean, there's nowhere close to. I mean, that's pretty good too, but I'll keep some of these here, but it's pretty obvious that I can't have everything, so. the ghosts are good too. Later on, they'll be amazing, but right now, I'm just too fragile, basically. Oh, this is a mimic, so we're not going to get anything from this. Except for hurt. Okay, we got something, but 24 to 36, no evasion. Boy, is that awesome. Okay, I really should have completed this. I keep forgetting to do that. Okay, you know what? Here's what we're going to do. By putting cemeteries and groves out, I don't know how many more. I feel like I kind of need to just go at this point. I'm going to attempt to fight the boss. This could really hurt us in the long run. Like this could potentially be really bad. Okay, you see how many different things we have up here. Okay, well we definitely need to get rid of that. I don't want, let's see, I don't want these. Okay, so this is how close we are to spawning the boss. I'm going to go for it, but it's probably going to get me killed. I mean, let's be honest here. This is not something you just do, and I may have to drop evasion for that much more health. 610 on that, whereas 549, 9... Oh, I didn't even notice that had evasion. It has evasion and vampirism. Why am I not using this already? That is definitely what we should be wearing. Lose a little bit more defense, but I feel like we have 38% evasion, not to mention we have 29% vampirism, which is not terrible. I wouldn't say that's great, but it's certainly not terrible. As seen here. I'm simply placing these so that I can, everything you put down on the map raises that, and I'm going to remember to use it here, hopefully. But yeah, everything you put down on the map raises this bar, but if you take the card that deletes stuff, which you've seen me do the Oblivion card, then it lowers that bar. And we still want our stats, what we have there, so I'm going to put the meadow here for sure. I hope we have enough to spawn the boss, or we might be in a world of hurt here. 30 to 46. Wow. This is actually still better with the pure damage. Plus you get attack speed and damage to all. So we're not going to worry about that axe, but... yeah, these could be what actually really hurt us here. Okay, I have enough now to complete this, so I think I'm going to go ahead and just do it so we can see what we get. Get anything worth anything here? That regen is insane, but I can't get rid of evasion and vampirism. But that this ring is really good. Okay, so this is... okay, so what's going to happen is we definitely are going to we're going to spawn the boss, and we're going to go all in. And if we lose, then we lose like 80% of all the stuff we've gotten, which is up here. Hopefully we don't, but if we do, we do. I'm going to take the... actually, I could not do it, but I feel like at this point we're kind of committed here. We may not be able to do this based off of where my health is currently. I may just have too many things here. I gotta heal. Well, look at, of course, now I get one of these. Oh, this is gonna be rough. Yeah, I think we're gonna end up losing. mainly because I just don't have enough health going into the boss fight. I think it might be wiser to just leave. We're not dead yet, but to be quite honest, I don't see this happening. If I'm being realistic. Oh, well, I just spawned the boss like an idiot. Now, what you didn't see was normally you would have heard a brrr, and he would have put all kinds of towers around him, but it's just him. If I had more health, I would consider it, quite honestly. It's really just too bad, because pretty kitted out for the first run. Oh, this is going to be rough. It's too bad. Too bad indeed. We do have some pretty good stuff, but again, I could absolutely try it with 38% evasion, but we have to hit hard. This is the end of loop 7. He's going to be pretty powerful. I don't know if we have the damage to do this, and we're almost half on our health. I think the wiser choice is to leave. Yeah, I don't want to lose. If you stay and you die, you lose so many resources, and right now we need to build our camp up. So I hate to be that guy. I was really going to attempt this, but I think we're going to retreat and keep all of our resources. We've done really well with all this stuff. You'll also notice that some of these, so like this is a small version of this. So this turns into this, so 12 of these, and then you can see 10 of these turns into one of these, and 13 of these turns into one of those, and so on and so forth. And this is an extremely rare item at the beginning. Later I'll have tons of them. Memory fragments, 20 of those turn into one of these. I think I'm going to retreat. I know that's pretty sad, but it is what it is. We'll have plenty of time to defeat this boss, so let's retreat for now. And we should be able to do some stuff on our town. Alright, and they gave us an additional stuff here. So what we're going to do is we're actually going to pick up right here where we left off in the next episode, and we'll start building out our camps. We did really well for our first run. The fact that we didn't kill the boss just is a bonus, simply because, well, we got to bring a bunch of our resources back, whereas if we had died, which is very likely, we would have brought back a fraction of what we actually earned. So let's be happy with that, and we'll jump back in here in the next episode. Hope you enjoyed, and we'll see you then. Have a good one.